Happy New Year, guys, and welcome to the Taste and Bloom Kitchen. Today, I'll be sharing some secrets to making the most delicious party fried rice that will not spoil easily. I'm pretty sure you know fried rice is notorious for that, so let's get right into the video. So, I'll be using this frying pan, quote unquote, or aka wok for this recipe, okay? So, I have some oil in there. I'm doing this fried rice on high heat. So please pay attention to the techniques, not necessarily the recipe, okay? As you can see, I'm beginning to fry some chopped onions and garlic. So we are beginning by building up some flavors in there, okay? So here you can add in some chopped ginger as well. But what I did is that I had some blended ginger and Kpakposhito in the freezer. So they were in cubes and I dropped a few in there for the added flavor, okay? So I'm going to give this a mix and then allow it to thaw because I took it out from the freezer, okay? So the onions will release some sweetness into the fried rice, and then the ginger and garlic will give it more flavor. The paprika will also give it a bit of heat so that even if you do not add any shito to your fried rice, you're good to go, okay? So as you can see, I've added some carrots and some bell peppers, green ones, okay? I'm going to give it a good mix and then allow it to also cook in the other juices, okay? So of course, any vegetables of your choice you can add and you can cut it up any way you like. And I also went ahead to season with some salt. It's honestly very important to season your vegetables when making fried rice, okay? So of course, in place of salt, you can add any all-purpose seasoning of your choice, okay? So I'll give the vegetables about 2 minutes to fry and then I'll be adding some eggs, scrambled eggs, and sausages. I also fried the sausages before adding them in here, but what I did is to not overcook them. So these are half cooked. The reason why is because it's going to cook further in the fried rice. And you don't want to finish this recipe and then your sausages and eggs are so dry. It will be so prominent in the dish, okay? So of course you can add any protein of your choice at this point. In another recipe, I even used beef. Of course, I seasoned the beef and fried it separately before adding it in here. As you are observing, I am packing what I have in the middle of the wok so the heat cooks all of it evenly, okay? As I'm giving it a good stir to make sure that all the moisture is dried out because fried rice hates moisture, okay? And I mean, it is called fried rice for a reason. We are going to be frying everything. Now, let's talk about the rice we are going to use in this recipe. So, you can use any rice brand of your choice, okay? But make sure that you know the type of rice, okay? By now, you know our anthem here, know thy rice. So, the rice I added is yellow. I'll explain in a bit. So, this is how I cooked it. I added some oil into a saucepan, added in some chopped onions, and a little bit of paprika for a kick in there, okay? And then I added some curry powder and added my washed rice and toasted it for a while before adding in water. And then I added in some all-purpose seasoning, gave it a good mix, and then allowed it to cook. So I cooked my rice the day before I actually prepared this fried rice recipe, okay? And then once it was cooked, I dished it out into some bowls and allowed it to cool down completely before putting it in my fridge uncovered. So you remember I mentioned that fried rice hates moisture. Yes. So I didn't cover because I didn't want the fridge to build up moisture in my rice. And honestly, it was perfect. It makes it easier to break the lumps of rice in there when you're making your fried rice, all right? Also, before you start to cook, please bring the rice out of the fridge and allow it to get back to room temperature. The next step is primarily to mix your soy sauce or oyster sauce or whatever sauce you want to add to make it the fried rice color, quote unquote, okay. But as you can already tell, even at this stage, you are free to call it fried rice, okay, but we'll add our sauces later. But I just wanted to put across that once this is done, you have to mix it properly to ensure that all the ingredients are put together beautifully. And once again, as you can see, I am packing my rice so that all of it is compact, if that makes sense. And as you can see, I'm adding my oyster sauce and soy sauce at the rim of my packed rice. So this, first of all, makes it so easy to mix up with your rice to give you that beautiful fried rice color you want, okay? So sometimes if you drop the sauces on the rice itself, you are certainly going to get some patches in there that are different color or a darker color from the other rice patches. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I'm sure you get me, okay? So at this point, your job is to mix thoroughly and fry because it is fried rice. So depending on the quantity of rice you're going to be cooking, you're going to ensure that you keep this on the fire even after mixing in the soy sauce for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes while it's on low heat, and you continue mixing, stirring, frying, whatever you want to call the process, so that all the grains of rice are fried properly, because we want to get every bit of moisture in there. And also, if you're going to cover this rice after it's done, please leave it half covered. You don't want to build up moisture in there, or else your fried rice will not last, okay? Let me take this pause to say a very big thank you to all my amazing subscribers, okay? The new ones, the old ones, you guys are the best. And also, if you're new here, please consider subscribing and leaving the notification bell on. I promise you're not going to regret it. And also, if you liked this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share, and let's keep this family growing. I hope the secrets I've revealed in this video will give you the confidence to make that super delicious fried rice for your family or for that party you are planning on throwing. And until I see you guys again, please, as always, don't forget to keep blooming.